Taiwan, I'm Liao with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Strong winds and thunderstorms are battering much of Taiwan as Typhoon Koinu closes in. Trees have been uprooted and heavy objects blown across the streets in southern Taiwan as the eye of the storm moves closer. Schools and businesses are closed across much of the country, with local authorities encouraging people to stay home. On Orchid Island, winds of 342 kilometers an hour have been recorded. If confirmed, that would be one of the top 5 highest wind gusts ever recorded on Earth. People in the south are mourning 4 firefighters killed in a factory fire. But anger over the safety violations that may have led to the disaster isn't going away. John Van Trieste has the latest.
A final salute. People in Pingtung lined the streets in a spontaneous show of support as the local fire department honors its latest fallen heroes. Last month, firefighters rushed into a burning factory filled with dangerous chemicals. 4 of them were among the 10 people killed when it exploded. It's emerged that the factory may have violated regulations by holding 30 times the amount of chemicals it was supposed to. Firefighters, angry with violations like these, are pushing to form a union that will pressure the government to enforce safety laws. There have been confrontations with officials. But today, anger has given way to grief.
现在是一个很艰难的时刻，那心情上面或者是请业务上面，那我想守护市民或县民的安全的话，还是我们的天职所在。那我会尽力的协助所有的同仁恢复到工作的正轨。
那平2分队是我们这4位消防队员，他们原来的工作的场域，他们也是背负着平2分队的荣誉。
News that 16 more of the 100 injured factory workers are out of intensive care hasn't dulled fury at safety violations. The factory owner's failure to report its dangerous chemicals led to this tense moment in the legislature between a lawmaker and the head of the economy ministry, the government agency that was in charge of inspecting the factory.
你看到经济部的责任在哪里？不是听到你在推卸责任。
A final memorial is scheduled for Friday, and firefighters say they're going to rally in Taipei to demand change as the country marks National Day next week. Howard Zhang and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's currency has dropped to its lowest level against the US dollars in 7 years. The new Taiwan dollar fell to 32.328 against the greenback, depreciating by 0.091 new Taiwan dollars from the day before. The head of the central bank says he can intervene if it drops further, but he does not intend to yet. Taiwan is an export-led economy, and a weak currency keeps its markets attractive to importers. But lawmakers are worried adjustments might only make things worse.
也要注意哦，美国那边联准会对于如果你调节的超过一定的程度之后，它是会把你列为那个。
One of Taiwan's biggest public holidays is coming up. Organizers have just given a look at what this year's National Day celebrations will look like, and Joyce Sung was there.
Taiwan has just revealed the rundown to this year's National Day event. It's one of the country's biggest public holidays, and people tune in and even show up outside of the presidential office to catch a glimpse of massive parades and the fanfare here in Taipei. Now, one of the main events is the president's speech, and this is President Tsai Ing-wen's last chance to address the country on the occasion. She's reaching her 2-term limit and is on her way out of office. Now, normally a section of the speech is dedicated to talking about Taiwan's relationship with China, which of course is a tense one. Now, this year's event has already seen some political tension. Just a few days ago, a former president has said that he will be boycotting this year's event, saying that he does not agree with the branding of Taiwan National Day, alluding to the absence of Taiwan's official name, the Republic of China. Now, the head of the planning committee has just addressed this and seemingly hit out at former President Ma Ying-jeou, saying that the naming convention is actually not new and is to the benefit of international viewers who might not know the difference.
你不要打自己的脸，好不好？那国际大家都知道，有台湾分不清楚中华民国啊。
But after making the comments, the organizers moved swiftly on, choosing to focus on this year's performance highlights for people to look forward to. That includes international support by way of marching bands. Notably, Japan will be making a return to join in this year's event, and for the first time ever, so will the U.S. The U.S. will be represented by the University of California, Los Angeles. The Bruin Marching Band will be showcasing their sound here in Taipei, and it's clear that the planning committee is eager to make sure that the big day runs smoothly without a hitch. Joseph Wu and Joyce Sun in Taipei for TaiwanPlus.
Meanwhile, celebrations have already begun at Taiwan's representative office in the U.S. Capitol. Our reporter Jaime Okan was at the event in Washington, D.C.
Happy 112th National Day of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Cheers!
The party is on here at the Twin Oaks Estate just outside of downtown Washington, D.C. Now, Taiwan is celebrating its National Day just a bit earlier, as its actual day is on October 10th. I spoke to some of the organizers, and they said the reason for that is to not take away from any of the celebrations going on in Taiwan. Speaking at the event were several U.S. and Taiwan officials, including Taiwan's representative to the U.S., Xiaobi Kim. She reminded people here of the importance of Taiwan to the international community.
Over the past few years, Taiwan has shown the international community that even while staring down threats and harassment, we will neither yield nor provoke. If Taiwan is secure, the world will also be more secure.
But speeches were kept short so that partygoers could get to the abundance of Taiwanese food and drinks available here. With the celebration just a few days away back in Taiwan, this event is a chance to bring those festivities and a little bit of Taiwan here to the U.S. Devin Tai, Eric Tai, and Jaime Okan in Washington, D.C. for TaiwanPlus.
The Taiwan People's Party's presidential candidate has met with overseas Chinese communities in the United States. Ko Wen-je is on a 4-day trip to the west coast of the U.S., where he visited the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association. This organization is predominantly anti-communist and traditionally supports Taiwan's Kuomintang, or KMT. But some now say the KMT should join forces with Ko's party to defeat the ruling Democratic Progressive Party.
要打败民进党的话，有一个问题是我们蓝白合作才有希望。
Taiwan's intelligence chief is warning that China may try to interfere with the country's upcoming presidential election. National Security Bureau Director General Tsai Ming-yen says opinion polls may be a particular focus.
可能也要注意到，中共也有在跟台湾的一些公关公司在进行一些民调。那这些民调发布也有可能会对于台湾选举过程当中产生一些影响。所以对于中共非常多元的一个介选的手法，我们都有在密切的关注。
Tsai says Beijing could spread disinformation and apply military or economic pressure to try to affect the vote. He says Beijing may also fund trips to China for voters or pay for Taiwan nationals in China to return home to cast their ballots. Tsai also warned about China's new anti-espionage laws. He says more Taiwan nationals are being questioned while traveling in China. Japan has started its second release of Fukushima wastewater into the ocean. Here in Taiwan, there are public concerns over the mildly radioactive water, and experts are trying to put people's minds at ease. Eric Gao has more.
Japan's government is dumping more treated water from the ruined Fukushima nuclear plant into the Pacific. Its first release was in August and September, despite protests from some of its neighbors. They say they're concerned about the long-term impact on human health and the environment. Here in Taiwan, simulations from the Nuclear Safety Commission show the water could reach the country's shores in about 4 years. But local experts say there's no cause for concern. Japan's wastewater, they say, is no more dangerous than that produced by Taiwan's own nuclear reactors.
我们自己的核三厂排的就比福岛电厂多60%嘛，而且已经排了快40年了嘞，所以安全是绝对没有问题。那台电公司评估出来的报告哈，它对民众造成的最大剂量，比我们吃一根香蕉的钾释石的剂量还要再低50倍。
International and Taiwanese experts say the treated water falls well within the safety standards. But some people are concerned about a few isotopes that are harder to detect and have longer half-lives, meaning they could stay longer in the body and in the environment.
我们并不是觉得当下这个水就是有毒的，并不是，而是我们谈的是长期的累积。当它排放那么久之后，在海洋环境累积的东西是一定会被明确监测到的，这是我们大家担心的，这是全球首例，也是环境未知的巨大风险。
That unknown is a major concern for Taiwan's fishing industry. The discharged water is expected to head directly to the fishing grounds of Taiwan's sorry fishing fleet.
我常讲说，科学的数据是安心的，但是不等同于民众的信心。
The fishing industry has been helping the government monitor radiation levels to help calm concerns over the impact on seafood.
在前2年，工会就所有会员就有持续配合做一个海水的一个检测。今年我们每一艘渔船都会配合渔业署做100%的一个检测。
Once the fishing boats collect the data, the government releases it to the public. They try to simplify the results to make them easy to understand.
像我们的扩散预报就有把它转变成红绿灯。那如果是绿灯的状况，也就是都是在远低于就是也都是在目前的这个背景的范围，就是目前的就是安全的范围。
Japan will discharge treated water from Fukushima for the next 30 years. That means experts and industries here in Taiwan may have to keep working for a long time to ease people's concerns. Chris Ma, Pichi Zhuang, Kate Wong, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
A research team is turning a potentially harmful byproduct from making pickles into useful fertilizer. Laurel Stewart has more.
A local delicacy in the making. The town of Dapi in central Taiwan's Yunlin County is celebrated nationwide for its pickled mustard greens. But the pickling process produces waste that needs careful handling. These vats filled with water left over from fermentation are a cause of headaches for locals. The leftover liquid can't just be poured out, as the salty water could make the land infertile. Currently, the residue is processed by evaporation and crystallization, but even with the help of government subsidies, the treatment process is extremely expensive. But now a research team from National Taiwan University has found the unwanted waste product can be recycled for a useful purpose. It can be turned into fertilizer and then used to grow algae and other plants that are essential to fish farming.
把这个废水可以造成有用的一个营养源，循环再利用。那目前透过这套技术，可以把废水做成易肥，
就是这种所谓的生物循环再利用的一个技术。然后我们是希望以云林县为建立一个技术的平台，还有希望以结合云林县的这些农渔业，然后建立一个释放的场域，然后希望透过这种所谓的资源循环再利用方式，帮助到所谓的渔民，他们让产品做价值。
By dealing with their wastewater problems while adding value to another area of local agriculture, the researchers are very much helping the town of Dapi out of a pickle. Andy Shuer and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan has claimed more medals at the Asian Games, with Liao taking gold at the women's inline freestyle skating finals and teammate Ding Yuan taking bronze. Taraneh Ahmadi from Iran won silver. Taiwanese boxer Chen Nianqin added a bronze medal in women's boxing, losing to Yang Liu from China. Meanwhile, Lai Zhu'en won a silver for the men after being bested by Batar Suk Chinzorig from Mongolia. More boxing finals are scheduled for tonight. Team Taiwan also took silver in the men's team soft tennis event, with the gold claimed by Japan. Taiwan's women's compound bow archery team won silver, with India taking gold. On the medals table, China is ranked first, followed by Japan and South Korea. Taiwan, competing as Chinese Taipei, is still in 6th place. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of Orthodox Christian monasteries built on huge natural pillars in Meteora, Greece. I'm Liao. Take care, and I'll see you next time.